welcome to my world, yeah.
Alright, the Treal Zone would like to welcome U.S. veteran, father of two, and husband, Jay Johnson. Thank you for being a part of this discussion today.
No problem, no problem.
Alright, let's jump into it. Being black in America and police brutality is what I titled today's discussion. Without me explaining why, tell me in your own word, what does this title mean to you?
It means, to me, it means a challenge, it means a struggle. I guess that's about it, a challenge and a struggle, you know,
Challenge.
sometimes.
Okay,
But then again, it can be very rewarding as well.
okay. Now, being that you have two young boys, and when you think back to 12-year-old Tamir Rice, who was shot dead in a park for playing with his toy gun, when clearly dispatcher said someone called in saying that this little boy was in a park pointing his gun at people in the park. The people in the park didn't seem threatened, but it seemed to be a toy gun. So when officers got out the car, they didn't say, son, put down the gun or anything. They just hopped out on him and shot him dead. How does that make you feel as a father of two young boys? How do you tell them they cannot play with their toy gun in the park because they may get shot? Or do you even express this to them or talk to them about things like this?
You know, since that happened, I have talked to them, you know, as well, my oldest, you know, my youngest, he won't comprehend knowing, but, you know, it's sad that, you know, we have young, like, I mean, Trayvon was young, Michael Brown was young, but when you talk about a 12-year-old boy just playing with a gun, and, you know, cops, those particular cops use no code of ethic, no nothing, no justice. That was crazy. Like you can see, I'm out of words. I really can't even put into words the way I felt about that. So, yeah, that was disgusting to witness, and it was awful, you know. And it's sad that you can't. I have to say it like this, you know, being a young black male, you can't even play with guns. You know what I'm saying? And it's, you know, you got Nerf guns all over the doggone place.
Correct.
So it's just, it's awful. And then the two other gentlemen in Walmart, one dude had an air pistol, he got shot at. So it's like, you know, then they want to say that it's not racial profiling. What the hell is it?
Yeah. So do you believe if it was a white person, white kid, or that person in Walmart was white, that had you feel that they would have shot them?
No, because it happened. Some dude was out in the street waving a real gun. And matter of fact, he was in the cop's face with the gun, and they did nothing to him. And then you look at the little white dude that shot up the church. They took this food to McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but you know, it has been some, you know, there has been some couple of white guys that they got killed by police. One of them that really had me upset. But you know, the one I don't know if you've seen it. The dude, it was a little drug bust. A young cat. They rolled up on him. He was in his car. He backed back and was putting his car in drive. Now the cop came up on him with the gun pointed at it, you know, gun pointed at him through the window.
Correct.
He's getting ready to ride off. The cop steps in front of the car. The dude is trying to swerve. He tells him stop, 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 and then like boom, he just sank two on him in the chest. He tried to, you know, your dumb ass got in front of the car.
You know, I've seen a lot of cases where officers claim that the person tried to hit them, but they're the ones that step in front of the car trying to stop the car when they should just approach it from the side. You know, that happens. I've seen that a lot. That's very common. Have you ever had a run-in with the law? If so, what happened?
Yeah, we had a run-in with the law a while back. Coming back from Tampa, I was working at Costco at the time, and anybody know that Costco in North Lake is right next to a sports store, and that sports store used to get hit a couple of times. I mean, and I was actually in the store one night when some guys stole some shoes out of there. But so apparently 3 guys had just robbed the place as I was out of a couple of, I forget how long before, but you know, I'm riding through the parking lot. Once I get through the parking lot, I noticed, you know, some police car behind me. So, you know, I'm making sure I got everything right. I got my seatbelt on, make sure I had my license and the registration I'm looking for and everything. And, you know, I'm in the car, the cop don't turn. But they turn, every turn I make, the particular cop turned. So, you know, when I finally get to my mom's house to get ready to go pay rent, you know, I get out the car because she didn't have no light on me or nothing. But, you know, as soon as I get out the car, boom, she got, I don't know how she did it so fast. She got a light on me and a gun drawn on me. And, you know, it was just like, I was in a state of shock, but it was just like, I wasn't froze. It was just like, lady, why the hell you pointing that gun at me?
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So that went on for a little while. I'm resisting, but at the same time I'm complying. So I'm finally down on the ground with my knees, down on the ground on my knees, my back facing her, hands behind my back, feet crossed. So it's like, what now? You know what I mean? So she come before she even get to me. You know, I get tackled. A bunch of knees in my dang on back, knees in my neck and everything. They pick me up, throw me into the back of the police car. You know, that's when I found out that they were looking for three guys. Well, the whole time, I mean, it took about 20 to 30 minutes, the whole ordeal. Nobody else jumped out of my car. They searched my car. Nobody really told me, nobody apologized to me or anything. But they wanted to blame me because at that time I was in the National Guard. And, you know, my mom and my dad, they weren't home, but just so happened my recruiter, he was home. And for some strange reason, that time of night, it had to be about 9 o'clock, maybe 9:30. He was in his uniform.
Correct.
So he came out, he spoke for me and everything. A lot of people in the neighborhood knew me, and it was like, they were wrong, but then they wanted to try to flip it on me. And you know, before the whole thing was done, I told the head officer, the lead officer, that I wanted this particular, not the lady, it was a guy. He was an asshole, Hispanic dude. I was like, I want his badge number. And you know, he was trying to talk me out of it. I was like, no, that guy, he was a jerk. You know what I'm saying? He roughed me up a little bit. And I didn't feel like it was necessary. Yes, I did. I did resist arrest because the lady didn't tell me what I did wrong. She didn't say nothing, but boom, the light, boom, had a gun drawn on me.
Correct.
And you're looking for 3 people. I have never been that big. I have never been 3 people fat. I've been big before, but not 3 people fat.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So, but as soon as I turned my back, they go get my ID. After all this, 45 minutes to an hour, they finally asked me for my ID, and the dude who badge I wanted, he was gone.
Wow.
So, yeah, I saw him pulling off, so and I never did try to fight him.
That's crazy. Why do you think these white officers have so much anger, rage, and hate towards black people, especially the black men, where they have to use excessive or deadly force, as we see it in the schools, the streets, everywhere, but yet they tend to apprehend white people, as seen as in the case of James Holmes, the individual who shot up the movie theater in Aurora, Colorado. When he killed those people, he didn't get shot dead. They apprehended him. They took him to trial. He's serving time. How does that make you feel? What is your perspective on that?
A lot of mixed emotions. I do believe it can be fear. I do believe it can be intimidation. And you know, a lot of times it's fueled by hate. You know what I mean? I don't want to say it's all of them because you know there are some good cops out there. But you know, we we say that we say it's good cops out there, but I mean I'm on Facebook a lot, and there was a post where, you know, you got one bad cop and the rest of good cops. You know what I'm saying? But if the good cops not arresting the bad cops, how the hell are we supposed to tell the difference?
Correct.
You know what I mean? Because anybody can smile at you, anybody can say, hey brother, hey pal, but push comes to shove, say I start getting into my whole attitude when I'm mad, I'm pissed off, and you know what I'm saying, you don't know what's going on. Instead of you asking me, all of a sudden your attitude, your gun, your baton, you know what I'm saying, you whoop my ass because, you know, maybe I had a bad day.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, until somebody start policing the police, we really don't know who to trust. You know what I mean? Because it's all, I mean, even you go way back to the Rodney King. I mean, they beat that dude senseless. They beat that man senseless. And it still amazes me that they said not guilty, but then they want to blame the black folk for getting upset.
Correct. As a black man, when you come into contact with a white counterpart on the street, what typically happens? Do they speak when you say hello, good morning? Are they shocked when you speak to them? Does the white lady put her hand on her handbag? Explain.
All of the above. It's unfortunately I'm getting kind of used to it. You know, I just gotta, you know, keep speaking and let them see that even if they don't speak back, you know what I'm saying, even if they do crux at first or whatever, try to let them see that we're all not bad. You know what I mean? We
Correct.
just, you know, every race got their bad parts. You know what I'm saying? Every race got games. You know what I'm saying? Every race got hoodlums, got thugs or whatever. You know what I mean? But you know, for some reason, we are the ones that seem to be always portrayed as bad. You know what I mean? You see a golf person, oh, they just trying to express themselves. Well, you know what I'm saying? How do y'all know that them young dudes out on, you know, that's you know, out on the street corner, they might not be about the game. They might just be expressing themselves, but nobody showed them love. But you know, they got their pants hanging down, which is, you know, something I don't really condone, or I don't really see the sense in. But that's them. That's them expressing themselves.
Correct.
You know what I mean? But for some reason, it's a double standard.
How do you, or should I say, how is the interaction between you and your white counterparts within the workplace when something such as Alton Sterling being killed and Castillo being killed at the hands of a white officer? Is there extreme tension in the work environment? Explain.
Well, it has been tension. It's been like, you know, hush hush. When the situations like that, but after those two guys, I couldn't even go over the next day. It was, you know, went to bed on one dude getting shot, cold blood, then seeing his son ball his eyes out, and then I wake up in the middle of the night, you know what I'm saying, and to see another dude shot dead in front of his old lady and his daughter, like, and it was kind of sad, funny, ironic, or whatever. The dude, Philando, he gets shot. You know, the officer, fuck. He was reaching for a gun, and the lady was like, "No, officer, you told him to show you his ID."
Correct.
And he's like, "Fuck." You can hear it in his voice, and he had remorse. Well, where was the remorse before you pulled the trigger?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you were that intimidated or whatever the case may be, y'all trained on that taser too. For some reason, I'm seeing a lot of videos, a lot of posts where, you know, it's Caucasian dudes, they get tased, and it's a couple of them dudes. I mean, them dudes walking straight through that tape, but you know they still get tased. And then while getting tased, instead of y'all shooting, instead of them getting shot, you know, they get the baton boom to the back of the leg, and while they get tased, somebody jump on them and handcuff them. Well, why that can't happen with us? You know what I mean? It's sad and it's scary at times. You know what I mean?
Correct.
like just, before I would just go and, come straight home and find my wallet. Then if I had to go run an errand, once I got home, I would just come straight home, work, get my wallet, and then go. It's like now, hell, I'll be late to work trying to find my wallet. I don't know what's going to happen.
Correct. A lot of white people feel superior to black people, but they're typically the ones that cheat their way up the ladder and don't know a damn thing. It be a lot of black people with the knowledge and intellect teaching them how to do things. What is your view on this?
Man, that's that can go way back to first was the case of the blue baby. First open heart surgery performed. Of course, it was a white guy who did it, but he couldn't have done it without a black guy talking in his ear.
Correct.
It's you have to try to take, even though it was so long ago and you hardly ever hear about things like this. You know what I mean? And Black history, they say Black history is our history, but we really don't ever talk about Black history until February. But it's the same old thing. It's Martin Luther King, Harriet Tubman, Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? Not to throw shade on those impactful black people, but it's more to us than that.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? For the longest time, I didn't even know Shaka Zulu was real. I just thought Shaka Zulu was a movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then you have, gotta call them out. Snoop getting, people like Snoop, they get mad at the slave movies, but hell, we got to see that, man. It's history in that. It's life lessons in that. You know what I mean? Because you got to see where you've been to know where you're going. You know
That's
what
true.
I mean? And a lot of these kids, like, especially young kids, my wife asked them who is Martin Luther King to them, and that half of them didn't even know who he was.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? When she did her little youth thing, I mean, the movie is about Selma. It's about him. It's about Bloody Sunday. You know
Correct.
what I'm saying? I gotta put it on myself too. I'm not a big reader. I'm not. But if it's a movie on it, I know the movies don't compare to the books.
Correct.
But that's my stronghold. Hell, pray for me as I pray for you. You know what I'm saying? But if it's a movie on it, I will watch it to get some kind of knowledge out of it.
Correct.
Dudes would rather go see, I saw Minister Society too, but I also saw Rosewood.
Mm-hmm.
I also saw Pamela. I also saw X. You know what I'm saying? I also watched Seven. Like, I will watch movies that have to do with us. I still have to see the original Roots. I saw the new Roots. You know what I mean? And I learned a lot from that because I just opened myself up to see it. And for some reason, I didn't want to see it.
Correct.
I didn't want to see it. And then I finally did watch it with my wife, and it was just like, well, damn, I didn't even know that was real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it's out there, man. I mean, we got to tell these stories. I mean, we want them to put our faces as Egyptian kings and queens as they were. It wasn't, it was, you go back, what was that thing on, that white lady that used to be real close to Michael Jackson?
Elizabeth Taylor.
Elizabeth Taylor. They had her as what? Once she Queen Nefertiti? One of them old movies. She was an Egyptian queen, but they were not Caucasian.
I believe it. Yeah.
They were not Caucasian. They looked like us. They were us. You know what I'm saying? But hell, Snoop, you don't want to see no more slave movies. Put some money in that. You know what I mean? Dog father. You know what I mean? And I hate I don't mean to throw shade at Snoop. You know what I mean? I don't mean to throw shade at him, but it's like, you got the power, bro. I mean, you got that. You ain't rich just to be rich. A lot of y'all cats ain't rich just to be rich, man. Y'all got power. But money brings power. Y'all have voices. Say something, man. Instead of belittling what other people do as far as, the movies, the slave movies, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Hell, make a movie, dude.
So, since you're getting on that, a lot of times white people, especially white officers, feel that black people can't drive a nice car, live in a nice house, or even live better than them point blank unless they're drug dealers, entertainers, or athletes. In their eyes, we can't have a profession as a banker, lawyer, doctor, etc. For example, the case of 32-year-old Camilla Brock. She was stopped by NYPD at a traffic light for dancing to a song while waiting for the red light to change. They arrested her, released her, told her to come back and pick up her car. They detained her again, held her in a mental ward against her will, drugging her, and even tried to force her to say that she wasn't a banker, didn't own a BMW 325 Ci, and that President Barack Obama was following her on Twitter. But she did not bend. As a black man, how does this make you feel knowing that that could have been your daughter, your mother, your sister, or your wife?
I use this word again. It's scary. You know what I mean? Either one of those people you just mentioned, mother, sister, wife, daughter. You know, I don't have a daughter, but you know, I got a lot of female cousins. I don't know. I can't say, you know, I shoot somebody up or this or that. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't think really anybody know what they're capable of until they question. So
Correct.
It's what mommy and I. You already had.
All right, go.
You know, it's awful that you know that they went through all of that. I remember that story. I have no idea. It's like if you don't want to be a cop, hell, don't be a cop.
Correct.
You know, because a lot of them they don't get paid much, and hell, sometimes I think that might be the stem of some of the anger because they don't get paid much. I mean, I even said hell, maybe if they up the pay because they do a lot of the good ones do risk their lives. A lot of the good ones, you know, do put their life on the line. You know what I'm saying? The good ones are heroes. You know, paramedics, firefighters. They really don't get paid a whole lot.
But like you said, that's the profession they choose. That's the career they choose. So, you know, they shouldn't take their anger and frustration out if they're not making as much as the next person is that's driving something better than them.
You're right. Man, that's I don't know. It's awful. You know, and I've never sold drugs. You know, that's something I wouldn't do because I had a couple of family members on drugs. But a lot of, you know, some people they do. That's how they build their empire.
Correct.
You know, the lady wanted to call out. I forget her name. She called out Jay-Z for, you know, being an ex-drug dealer, being an ex-this, ex-that. Yeah, but what about how this country was built? You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of dirt being shoveled. A lot of black people got killed, you know, for a lot of things that we built, but we never get no credit for it.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he built an empire. He might have built an empire doing something illegal, but he a made man. You know what I'm saying? Like he probably couldn't have got there working at McDonald's for minimum wage.
Correct.
He probably couldn't have got there working at Walmart for minimum wage. You know what I'm saying? You know, a hell of a lot, and it's it's hard to speak on that, man, because it's like I remember watching the movie Brooklyn's Finest, and I knew what cop I was. I don't know if you've seen the movie, but I knew what cop I was. I was a cop that had a pregnant wife and a bunch of kids running through the house, and the wife suffered. You know, the house got mold in it, and you know, all he wanted was better for his family.
Correct.
But he ain't making much, and they just so happened to do a drug scene. You know, if you ain't seen it, I'm sorry, I'm telling you the movie, but it was a good movie. They just so happened to do a drug scene, and they came up on a lot of money, and that probably would have been me. You know what I'm saying? Not just to not just to come up, but I mean, you got a pregnant wife and bills got to be met. She can't work. You got kids all up and down the house. You know what I'm saying? They live in New York, where rent ain't cheap.
Yes.
Mortgages is not cheap. What you gonna do? You know what I mean? If you making an honest living, and hell, man, come on, man, for real. I know what kind of I would have been. That's why I can't even do it. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna even put myself in that predicament. You know, so
That's understandable. So we're talking about, you mentioned something a little bit about the platform that a lot of these celebrities have. As you can recall, the powerful speech made by Jesse Owens and how they tried to bash him. What is your perspective on that with the celebrities that are using their platform, that are speaking out for us? I've seen Alicia Keys, I've seen Beyonce, especially heavily in her music videos. You know, she used Trayvon Martin and someone else. I forgot the other parent, but I think it was Mike Brown parents that she used in one of her videos. What is your outlook on that?
I applaud them. Like I said, man, you know, especially with this new Michael Jordan breaks his silence, and then those two, I presume they're white guys, on Evan Cohen talk show, ESPN radio at 4 o'clock. You know, they saying that they weren't really waiting on him to say anything. He's done a lot for the community. I mean, if he has, I haven't seen it. Yeah, he do basketball camps, but you know, less than half, probably a third or fourth, will actually, make it to play college ball, and then even fewer will make it to the NBA. I mean, that's cool, you know what I'm saying? But I believe he's a billionaire now, isn't he?
Correct.
So it's just like, and then you have somebody, I ain't gonna say his name because I don't know how far this is gonna go. When you say this particular boxer's name, he gets upset. He comes looking for it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like he was quoted by saying, "Why would I give back? Ain't nobody ever gave me nothing." But you know, you got it to where the dude don't even wear the same boxers twice. He don't even wear the same shoes twice. That's money to burn. You could be doing something productive with that money, with your platform. Okay, even if you don't want to give your money back, like say I go out in the hood and I talk to the young dudes, they ain't gonna listen to me. I drive a Kia. You know what I'm saying? Look at me. They ain't gonna listen to me. I ain't iced up, I ain't blinged out for some reason. You know, that's what they listen to. They'll listen to that particular boxer. They'll listen to Michael Jordan. They'll listen to Snoop. They'll listen to these people who have made it. So it's like, you know, you have a platform, use it. I mean, a lot of times, okay, yeah, you have people say you should donate money this and donate money that, give back. I mean, you can't take the money with you. You know what I'm saying? You sitting on buku bucks. Your money, you have residual income.
Correct.
We have to get up and go work for hours. You can lay in the bed all day and still make money. Especially y'all type of celebrities. Why not? Why not speak out on it? And then, you know, Mr. MJ goes, pays money to the cops, and then pays money to the NAACP lawyers. That was a good way to say face. Face is. You try to say black face, but you definitely say white face. Because you said that, Republicans buy your shoes too. Yeah, they might, but I bet you walk go through the hood. I bet you see way more dudes in the hood with your shoes on, Mr. Michael Jordan. It's funny, and it's real funny that well, I can't say it's funny. I take that back because I can kind of see why you wouldn't say anything. Wow, it took so long for you to break. Hell, when you little boys were getting shot up for your shoes, you said nothing.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? But Republicans buy your shoes too. That's all good, Mr. Man. That's all good. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to mess up your money. But what does that make you though? You already there. You retired. You own the team. So what if you did say something? If somebody, Haynes took back the, you still sitting on that. You know what I'm saying? Hell, you got your own shoe. You can make your own damn underwear, t-shirts. But you scared to mess up that little money that, if you say something, you try to support, us. You know what I'm saying? You could have gave that money to Black Lives Matter. You know what I mean? But we do know all lives matter. I guess I kind of wish they would have put a 2 on that, so the debate and all the other rhetoric would be gone.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? But Black Lives Matter. You know what I'm saying? And they never said nobody. I mean, I ain't even forgetting all that. Y'all know that. Y'all just want to play stupid. But yeah, man, all the ones that use that platform to say something, of course, people gonna get upset. If then it's gonna be like, well, what about, and even with Bron, CP3, Melo, and Wade, it was a lot of hate, shade thrown at them because they didn't mention the cops that died. But CP3 did say something about police because he has family members that are police. He might not have mentioned the cops' names, you know what I'm saying? But it probably don't have nothing to do with, cops did die. My heart goes out to those families as well. But the names that they mentioned were way before these cops had passed away.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then who knows? He probably meant to say something, but they were on that stage and it was all eyes on them. However many people was viewing in that day. You got nerves running. You might forget a couple of words.
Correct.
You might forget a couple of things.
So let me ask you this. Those that are the good cops, do you think that the cops that are bad, how can I say it? Yeah, I guess I can say bad cops, do you think they make it a risk factor for those good cops?
Yeah, well, definitely. Because I believe in my heart of hearts that the ones that lost their lives in Baton Rouge were good cops.
Okay. So what do you think that we can do in our black community as a whole to help build us up, to help stop all this violence that is going on between black on black and the police brutality?
Well, police brutality, man, everybody's saying, I can understand why, why people keep saying, we stop protesting old, that was with the old generation. Well, like Steve always said, it brings awareness to it. I ain't gonna say stop protesting because what I will say is stop trying to retaliate. You know what I mean? I feel like we should stop trying to retaliate when something happens because, all they gonna do is come through with their military grade equipment, come through the hood, knock everything down, kill who they want to kill, how they want to kill them, and then it's gonna be because we retaliate. But then it's like, why the hell did we retaliate? What y'all did? How come the good cops said when the good cops should be arresting the bad cops?
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Who's policing the police is a question that need to be asked. But as far as us, we gotta stop. We gotta stop fighting each other over this government-owned land. In some neighborhoods, hell, you got one hood over here, and directly across the street is another hood. And we fighting over that land, and our name ain't on damn part of it.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And we killing each other over some little concrete, little paper, man. And when, like, back in the day, when we had voices like, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, the Black Panthers, those voices unified us. You know what I'm saying? Like today, we really don't have any voices to unify. That's why, we calling on, y'all big names, y'all athletes, man. What Bron, Melo, CP3, and Wade did, and the young ladies did in the WNBA. That was a big step.
Correct.
But it's like, that's just it's a big step, but it's only one step. You know what I'm saying? We need to keep this thing going. But to end the question, you know, we have to find self-worth, you know what I mean, in the black community. Like, I remember back in the day, you know, you walk past a dude, you know, you do this, what dude do? He do this. The other day I walked past a dude, I did this, cat like, I don't know you cut. Like, I mean, for real, you know, all I did was speak to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of that going on. I mean, it's no more being cordial to each other. No more, you know, I show anybody respect. You know what I'm saying? Because I would want them to show me respect, even if I don't know.
It's common courtesy.
Yeah, it's common courtesy, man. In these neighborhoods, man, we got to start, you know, we got to find self-worth again. You know what I mean? It's just that. We got to find self-worth again, you know?
Okay, understandable. Any closing remarks?
What I'm going to say, closing remarks, you know, before, you know, anybody try to take this, which I know somebody probably will, and try to turn my words against me, man. I know all cops are not bad. Just like all cops should know all of us are not bad. You know what I mean? And yeah, we was talking about black and white, and I know it was a couple of white guys that got killed by cops as well. You know what I'm saying? My heart goes out. I mean, I didn't know them. Y'all don't know me. You know what I'm saying? But my heart goes out to all the families who lost somebody, man. And even the cops that lost their lives in Baton Rouge, man. It's senseless. It's senseless. Like, we all come from one God. You know what I mean? We all come from one God. And why should we be? Why is this like? Why? I mean, why ask why? But I mean, we got to try to keep God first, man. You know, and another thing that I did say, man, we really have to, even if you don't vote for the presidency, which I don't even want to vote for that one myself. I'm Team Bernie all the way, but hell, we gotta vote these people out the Senate. We gotta vote these people out the House of Representatives. That's who really control. Like, a lot of y'all might not know that. That's who really controls what's going on in the world.
Correct.
The president is just a face. You know what I mean? And everybody want to blame Barack Obama. Like, you know, like somebody pointed out, he was raised by his white side. So he probably can't, you know, he might not have stepped up and said. I mean, he has said something on the violence part, but he might not. He probably can't relate to it all the way. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't raised in the hood with us.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So, but we gotta, you know what I mean? We gotta keep God first, man. You know, keep praying. Hell, if R. Kelly know prayer can change things, hell, we all should know prayer can change things. You know what I'm saying? But you know, for some reason we turn our back on God, but then we want to get mad when God don't show up. How, for real?
That's
You
true.
know, but that's just me. I know people can start trying to go, well, back in the day, you know, they used the Christianity, they used the Bible to keep the slaves alive. Yeah. But once the slave finally knew how to read, they would have read the Bible for themselves. Y'all remember when all this violence from cops and, you know, cops and us and cops, they were trying to use the law against us.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't stop us brothers from going out and learning the law for ourselves so we can use it and throw it right back out.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So if we can use man's law against man, we got to be able to use God's law against like I said, we're not fighting against flesh and blood, against spiritual wickedness.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to use God. We can use God's law. Now they're not using Christianity to keep us in line today.
Mm-hmm.
We know that we can know the Bible for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Get in that word and use that word against this, man. We can't keep doing this, man. And y'all might not realize it or not, but as soon as we took pride of schools, that's when a lot of this stuff started happening. That's when a lot of this stuff started happening. That's one thing. I do care who becomes president. As long as it ain't anybody but Bush. Anybody but not Bush. Anybody but Trump. Anybody but damn Trump. I mean, I just hope that one day they put prayer back in schools. I really do. I really do, because our youth is lost, and we keep turning our back on God, but then we get mad when God don't show up. I mean, we keep kicking them out your house, you know when to come back in.
Okay, this concludes our discussion. Thank you again for being a part of this discussion. Until then, it's been real on the Treal Zone.
I'ma make you feel all the struggle. I'ma make you feel all the pain. I'ma make you feel how I felt when I had